Hi, finally. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me well? Is it working fine? Voice is fine, video is fine. Let me know in the chat, please. Awesome. So good sound, sounds good. How many of you are actually watching right now? It's not showing me. Hi, Faith. Hi. Well, let me get my glasses because I can actually barely read the chat right now. For those who don't know, I actually wear glasses. So, is it kind of reflective? So, whatever. Uh, Hi, Dimple Dinosaur. Hi, Samantha. Ronald Robbins. What's 122 now? Nice, nice. Okay. It's showing like 44 in my end. Hi, Michaela. I'm fine. How are you? Oh my god, it's going so fast, the chat. I can barely read anything. Do you ever think we will see our world Michael again? Thomas asks. I think we will, Thomas. Um, Last season, anything goes. Probably gonna be a lot of throwbacks, fan service. I just seen Endgame. I'm not gonna spoil it. Don't worry. But I'm just gonna say in the Avengers Endgame, there's a lot of fan service, like what people call it, throwbacks and old characters back and all of that. So I think we will see Michael and Adam at last next season, especially with all the souls falling from hell. God releases souls from hell. Castiel didn't specify is that every soul or what it is exactly. So does that include the cage? The souls in the cage? I think so. Um, I'm not sure to be honest, but I think definitely we'll see Adam slash Michael, our world Michael, in the final season. Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out. First time live streaming. Welcome to my first live stream. It's been a mess trying to set it up, and Sandra Bayer says hello, nice to finally see you. How do you think the show will end? Nice to talk to you too, Sandra. How will it end? Well, the boys will fight God and kill God. That's what I think, if that's even possible. It sounds crazy. God says if they kill him, the balance between the darkness and the light, him and Amara, will be an imbalance, and pretty much creation will cease to exist, unless he's lying to cover himself. So he could be lying. Writers lie, right? That's what they said. So I think they could somehow kill God. Death could help them rape God because the original death said. Um, okay, someone says kill Chuck Blake. Yeah, I agree with that, Blake. I think the original death. I hope the original death come back because I don't like Billy. So Amara, Lisa says I think Amara will come back. I hope so because she could help him kill God if the whole balance thing is not true. The one he claimed if they kill him, it's gonna mess up with the whole balance and all creation will cease to exist. But I think if they want to go big in the finale, they would kill God with the help of Death and Amara and probably the Empty and a lot of other characters. Kind of like the all evil will unite against God. Even I think Jack, the Winchester 648 says Jack can kill God. I don't think so. The Winchester 648. I think Jack can help definitely, but he cannot single-handedly kill God. At least with his current powers. Well, before he died. Brooke Palmieri, I think that's Italian, asks, "Are you are you doing the 2019 rewatch party?" I don't know about what rewatch party is this, Brooke, but I rewatch the show all the time. That's like a forever party for me. So I need to find out more details if there's a specific event. Is it like going somewhere to rewatch with fans? I don't think so. Unless you mean me rewatching the series, I'll definitely be doing that, and I'll probably go and make videos rewatching like all the old episodes and kind of like rewatch reaction to the show. I've been thinking about that for a while, so you'll definitely see a lot of that. Unique one 2731 says, "Lol, I rewatch all the time as well." Yeah, I mean, how can you not? Um, so yeah, guys. I mean, those of you who have been following my recent videos knows that I've been having I have had a big issue in the past 2 weeks. My channel got freaking demonetized by YouTube. The new algorithm keeps demonetizing all the channels, so I did not have ads running on my videos. Did not have super chat, so you can actually donate via super chat via this thing. I don't know how it actually works, but uh, if you donate, your message actually stands out supposedly at the top of the chat, and yeah, so that's available for anyone who wants to support. The chat is going really quick, trying to slow it down somehow. If anyone knows how, let me know. I think there's an option in the stream to actually slow down the chat. Trying to figure this out. Hi, Gabby, Billy, Blake Patterson says I'll definitely donate. Appreciate it, Blake. Thank you so much. Trying to figure out how everything works. I see a super chat separate tab here, so I'll definitely we'll look at that. Who's your favorite character? Dean is my favorite character. Why? If you want to ask why, well, he's just very cool. I like Dean. He's very funny. Less dramatic than Sam. He kind of like hides his feelings, which tries to make jokes about it. Someone says, Faith says, yes, Dean. Yeah, a lot of Dean fans in the comments. How many Sam fans in the comments and how many Castile fans in the comments? Let's see. Do you think Sam, Dean, and Cass will die in season 15? I think it's very likely that at least Sam and Dean will die, or one of them will die, based on what the guys have been saying in conventions, that if they're alive, they have to be hunting, and we want to see them hunting, and even Jared and Jensen want to see them hunting. So sadly, I think either both of them will die, or at least one of them will die. Jensen talked about an ending he wants where Sam dies and Dean walks away, gives the keys to Impala to someone else, and drives something else like a motorcycle or something. But he leaves Baby, which is really it's heartbreaking if Jensen's ending comes true. Some of you would have heard about this ending, so let me know in the chat if you know what I mean. Jensen, the ending Jensen wants, is almost as sad as both of them dying, really, if not more sad. I hope they leave it open, none of them dies, and who knows in the future, right? Someone, they might change their mind and do like a revival, come back or whatever. So don't really kill them for good. I hope so. Okay, let's see what's going on in the chat. Elena Sunder asks, do you think they will do the Wayward Sister spin-off now? I don't think so, Elena, because the network had said the show's about the boys and nothing else will work pretty much. Honestly, that's my opinion too. Not really looking forward to any kind of spin-offs. So, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. Who knows what's gonna happen by the end of next season. Something will happen in the middle or something as far as spin-offs go. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, I understand, because you want to see anything going on with the show, because it's ending, but I'm kind of more open to spin-offs now than I was before, especially with the show ending. It's kind of anything for Supernatural is good at this point, you know? But honestly, again, I'll miss the boys, obviously, and no one can take their place, you know? That's my opinion about spin-offs. Shanaware2 asks, will your channel end after? No, my channel will not end. I'll keep making videos about all kinds of episodes. There are a lot of lore, there are a lot of stories in the show. I can go back and talk about it. I can review old episodes, do like rewatch reactions to old episodes and all of that. So no, it's not gonna end. Don't worry. I'm as eternal as Supernatural, if you will, if I may claim that. With my channel anyway, not myself, but my channel. Hopefully less forever, depending what goes on with YouTube craziness nowadays. Alright, let's see what else is going on in the chat here. Do you think Sam is in the cage? What, Ben? No, Sam is not in the cage, because Sam is with Dean and Castile at the end. They get attacked by zombies and monsters and ghouls and ghosts and stuff, so Sam is not in the cage. Um, Haley Ernest says, "Hi, I love what you do. Keep it up." Thanks so much, Haley. I'm trying to keep it up. I've had some issues recently, as some of you know, and that's all good now. So I'll definitely keep it up. Get back to making my regular videos, and it's all awesome now. I'm very excited about making new videos for you guys. I have a lot of cool videos planned, and I'm excited to do my first live stream now. I hope it's working well. I see a bit of delay on my end, like as far as what I say in the camera and what you guys see on the screen, which I guess is normal for YouTube, but I expected it to be actually instant. It's not instant as I thought. I guess that's normal. Again, I'm new to the whole thing, so as long as you guys can hear me well, can see me well, that's what matters. Chris Graham says, "Love your vids. You think Crowley will be back next season?" I don't think so, Chris, unless something big happens as far as behind the scenes. Mark Shepard makes up with like the showrunners and the writers behind the scenes or producers, whatever the issue was, because an issue was the actor, was the guys behind the scenes. It's not an issue with the character. If it was only an issue with bringing back the character, he would easily come back. But it's a behind the scenes issue that they were never clear what happened, but they give hints that there is an issue with Mark Shepard and one of the producers, I believe, behind the scenes. I made a few videos about that, so you can go back and watch those. The truth about why Crowley died or why Mark Shepard left Supernatural or something like that, I titled it. A couple of videos, check them out. Doesn't look good unless something drastic happened between now and the end of Supernatural. I don't think Crowley will come back. They're not gonna use a different actor. No way. That's just crazy. It's like using a different actor for Tony Stark in Avengers. No one would want to watch that. Not me, anyway. So we'll see what's gonna happen with Mark Shepard and Crowley. Supernatural Edit says, "Okay, I get it. You're not a distilled shipper." No, definitely not. Not a fan of it. Supernatural Edit. Jensen is not either. I agree with him on that. So definitely not. Let's see. The one and only Rachel asks, "I want Lucifer back. He is my favorite character. What do you think?" I agree with you. The one and only Rachel. I was actually surprised and kind of shocked they didn't bring him back at the end of season 14. They teased him all season and they didn't bring him back. Are you just messing with us at this point? You showed Lucifer like in episode what 9 or 10 or something, and it teased Nick turning into Lucifer, getting repossessed by Lucifer all season, and he didn't come back. I expected him at least, at the very least, to be in the finale, but he wasn't. Damn you, Jack. Jack prevented Lucifer in the episode before, or 2 episodes before that, from repossessing Nick. And I kind of hate Jack for that. Like, just let him get into Nick. That's what we want to see. That's what I want to see anyway. So, okay, I just got my first super chat with so Berke Baltas. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Just donated $1.99, and he asks, or she asks, I think it's a he. Sam and Dean should make babies. No, they shouldn't really, unless you mean they marry someone and make babies. Yeah, if you're talking about the whole Winchester thing, I hope not, because that wouldn't be even possible. So yeah, if you're talking about like Dean going back to Lisa and stuff and having kids, he already has Ben, so that's fine. Sam doesn't have anyone as far as I know because all his girlfriends die, as you know. So I do not think Sam will have anyone immediately right now. So I hope that's what you mean. Them like, marrying someone and or getting back to their girlfriends and having babies. I don't think this will happen. I think unfortunately this will die in the final season, and or one of them will die, and they're gonna just break our hearts. Yeah, I'm already broken about the series ending, like most of you guys. Some haters are happy Supernatural's ending, so we're not talking about those people. We're talking about real fans of Supernatural who are actually they want the show to continue and they're really sad about it ending, but the guys explained the reason recently, nothing to do with their families. They talked about not wanting to the show to fizzle out. They wanted to end on a high note. So I respect that. And, alright, let's see. The one and only Rachel says I acknowledge her. Well, of course. I mean, that's why I'm doing this whole live stream. to acknowledge you guys and answer your questions. So back to Berkay Beltas. So I think I answered your question. I don't think we'll get back to their loved ones. Maybe like a cameo by Lisa and Ben in the final season would be cool. Maybe Dean can say goodbye to her, making us more sad. But I don't think it's gonna be anything permanent, like retirement, like Dean at the end of season 5. I don't think it will go that route. I hope they leave it open. I hope they don't kill them, because that would really be terrible. Leave it open for the future. You never know what's gonna happen, so I hope they leave it open. Thanks again for the donation, Berkay Beltas. Appreciate it. Alright, back to the normal chat that is going really quick right now. Alright, so how many of you guys are watching right now? Like, what's the number do you see in on the video? Because the number I see, it's kind of delayed, so I don't actually know. I just see a lot of messages. So type in number. Alright, so 86 right now. Got you. Alright, let's see what questions do you guys... Alright. The Winchester 648 just donated $1.99. And I don't know the gender, so gender neutral pronoun, they. They ask, who's more powerful, God Castiel or Chuck? That's a great question. Definitely Chuck, the Winchester 648. Chuck, I mean, you can argue that Amara is on the same level as Chuck, but I don't think you can argue that anyone else below them will be as powerful or more powerful than him. So Chuck will be the most powerful alongside Amara, because they literally, God is the creator of everything. Amara is kind of like his equal, or his opposite, light and darkness. So God Castiel will be very, very powerful with all the souls he took in, the Leviathans and the Purgatory souls and all of that. I would think Jack is more comparable to God Castiel, more on the God level. But none of them would come close to God. I mean, we saw what happened in finale. Jack with all his powers, pretty much the most powerful being on Earth or in all universes, aside maybe from God, Amara, and maybe he's empty at number 3. Death maybe can take, I don't know, number 4, still a little bit more powerful than Jack, and God Castiel. But I would put Jack and God Castiel either on the same level or Jack a little bit higher. So I would say God Castiel would be all the way down number 6 on the list, Jack number 5, and then God Amara number 1, with empty and death in between. So that's to answer your question. Definitely God Castiel wouldn't be as powerful as Chuck. A little bit further from Chuck. So Chuck would snap his fingers and just kill God Castiel, just like he did with Jack in the finale. Thanks again for the donations, and Winchester 648. Alright, let's get back to the normal stream of chat that's going really quick right now. Someone says Xanos. Yeah, Chuck is kind of like Xanos, but Supernatural did it first, actually. Was Lucifer, Crowley, and other characters that have done it early on, way before Xanos in the movies at least have done it. I know some of you will say in the comics he did it first, but whatever. We're talking about the media now, shows and movies. Supernatural characters have done it first, especially Lucifer, the snap. He who hesitates disintegrates, as we all know. Alright, Nez asks, do you think that Cass will ever find love? I think Cass, when he became human, he kind of liked some women on the show. I don't remember the characters because I don't really like those seasons, like season 8 till 10, where Castiel got humanized, like season 9 and stuff like that. I'm still looking at the chat, sorry. Got distracted a little bit. Will he ever find love? Well, Cass is very humanized now, so it's very likely. He has emotions, so yeah. If he does, it has to be in the final season, right? When else is he gonna find it? Do I think he will, though? No. Do I think it's impossible? No, it's not impossible, obviously. He's more humanized now. He can love someone, why not? He had a good back and forth between Mary. I mean, not a romantic thing, but kind of a friendship, With Charlie, too, I think. I don't remember who else. Oh, Anna? Is the angel he liked named Anna? I think he actually did like Anna, right? If I'm remembering her name right. Anna. I don't know if that's her name, but yeah, he liked Anna. So that's the answer to your question about Castiel. Don't you think it was weird that the way Chuck was behaving, and do you think Duma had snapped her fingers just before he died? Just before she died? No, Duma did not snap her fingers just before she died. Castiel surprised there was a sneaky angel blade stab before she did anything about Mary's Heaven was John. So yeah, she didn't do anything. Was Chuck acting weird? Yeah, he was acting evil. We're not used to that from Chuck, but he was apparently hiding it well before. But if you're hinting at Chuck not being like Chuck, I don't think so. I think he really was Chuck. He just was hiding it well all his seasons. He's just a hack writer, like I said in my review and episodes, who, he wants his books to come true, whatever. He doesn't care about humans or anything. He just watches his favorite show of Sam and Dean of Our Universe, and he was pissed that his favorite toys are not acting the way he wanted. So, very childish by God, which is really, if you are saying that's weird, yeah, that's stupid, and very out of character to what I've seen of Chuck since season 5, since he was introduced in season 5. So that's my answer to that. Donna Mello just donated $2. She asks, how about Sam's powers? Alright, it's a great question, Donna. I'm assuming you're asking what's going to happen with Sam's powers. Is he going to get him back in the next season? I'm definitely hoping so, because that was a very cool aspect of Sam that built up in the early seasons and culminated by season 4. We've seen a manifestation of it when, I believe, if my memory serves me right, I haven't rewatched the show in a while, so don't kill me for this if I get it wrong. But when Dean came back from hell, he starts noticing that he discovers that Sam has been using his powers when Ruby started teaching him how to use it, because she was setting him up to kill Lilith at the end of the season to break the last seal to make Lucifer rise. So, again, will Sam get his powers back, hopefully by next season, the final season? I definitely hope so, and I think it's possible. Definitely possible. Anything is possible in Supernatural. I think it would really be cool if he does get it back and it helps him fight the last batch of monsters next season. Maybe not immediately in that ending we saw in season 14, but maybe somehow a magical being in Ex Machina saves them out of the situation. Maybe Amara, maybe the Empty and Billy resurrect Jack and have him save the boys from that situation, bring his soul back. Because we know that death is able to bring souls back, at least original death. So it seems like Death and the Empty were trying to make a deal with Jack when they kind of like were around Jack and the Empty when he woke up, because they know God had turned rogue and they're gonna join forces with the good guys to take down God, because God can kill everything and everyone at this point, so everyone's scared of him. So back to your question about Sam, I don't think his powers will be back as soon as like beginning of next season, but if it will come back, it will be more towards maybe the middle or the end to help them kill like whatever monsters God raised. But I don't think Dean would like that. So again, on the other hand, I don't think he would want to bring his powers back because it caused a lot of drama between the boys, and I don't think we want to bring that back in the final. But do I think it's cool if it does come back? Definitely. Is it possible? Sure. Not a very high likelihood, but I think it's cool if we do get it back. Thanks again for the donation, Donna Mello. Appreciate it. Alright, I have another super chat here. Bill Bollinger just donated $5 and he asks, my theory is that they're going to have the Empty, Death, and Jack figure out a trap for God like Amara was. Yeah, just like I was saying, Bill, the Empty, Death, and Jack will have a deal to take down Chuck. If not kill him, kind of like have a trap like they did with Amara, was the whole Mark of Cain thing. So either trap God, but then again, if it's the final season and they only trap God, there's always a possibility of him escaping somehow. Just like Amara was released at the end of season 10, beginning of season 11. So I think that trap solution, Bill, is not conclusive. So I think they definitely have to find something more permanent. But seriously, will there ever be a God-killing weapon? There are weapons touched by God, like hands of God, to hurt Lucifer, his sons and stuff, but that's crazy that there's some way around to a weapon to kill God, except there is one way actually to kill God. Death can kill God, but not the second-hand death we have now in Billy. We actually need the original death back. Actually, God himself said he prefers original death just like most of us. So I hope the original death comes back because I also love him too, just like most of you. He feels like death in real life is very intimidating, he's scary. He's one of the few beings that actually scare Dean throughout the whole show. He fights gods and different kinds of monsters, and he wasn't even scared of the actual god in the final, except when he yelled at him to stop. Kind of got scared a little bit, but anyone would. So I think the original Death needs to come back in the final season, and he needs to reap God, because he said eventually he will reap God. I hope he does. And I hope God was BSing when he says if he's killed, the balance will, again be an issue with the balance of the universe, and all creation will cease to exist, or whatever he said. So I hope he was, bluffing when he said that, because writers do lie, just like he said himself. He's been lying all along, so could he be killed without causing a huge, apocalypse or whatever? I think so. And I think Original Death is the only one who can do it, or at least the only one I hope comes back and helps the boys do it. So yeah, I hope that happens in the final season. Thanks again for the donation, Bill Bollinger. Appreciate it. Alright, getting back to the normal chat now. Jack Paul says, do you think Lucifer will come back in season 15? I think / hope so, because after all this teasing in season 14, seriously, you're not gonna bring Lucifer back. You're just gonna show him to us and then eventually just kill Nick for good and end that chapter for good. I think that would be very disappointing if you don't bring Lucifer back in the final season. I hope they do bring him back and he helps the boys kill God, because Lucifer have had a long time resentment of God, along with Michael and his other sons. So especially Michael and Lucifer, especially Michael 2, not really Michael 1, but Michael 2. Michael 1 is more obedient, but if Michael 1 gets resurrected and sees what God turns out to be, they're probably gonna all be joining forces against God in the final season. So I hope Lucifer does come back and does actually help them kill God in the final season, along with Original Death, which doesn't seem like he needs help in killing God, but they're gonna involve everyone somehow. It's gonna be like a group effort, kind of like Avengers Supernatural version. I actually made a trailer edit with Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame with Supernatural. I don't know if a lot of you guys saw them, but I think they turned out cool, so you should check them out. Kind of like a parallel between Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. I'm looking at the chat right now, sorry. And Supernatural, so a really cool trailer edit. It's like a parody thing. You should check them out. Alright. Let's see. Supernatural 673313 says, hey, Wayward Winchester, I love your channel so much, and I'm so excited that you're doing a live stream. Appreciate it. Thank you, man. Or woman. I don't know exactly, but thank you. What is one thing you want to see from Supernatural before it ends? Oh, man, that's a tough one, because there's a lot of things, right? Oh, I can tell you easily what's the top thing on my list now. I've seen a lot of lists online on what we want to see before the series end, like, Jesse, Antichrist Kid, and Adam, and all of that. I want to see Jesse, that'd be cool, but what I want to see in the final season is actually really simple. I want to see the focus being brought back fully on the boys. Like I always said, especially in the latest season 14 that just ended, the focus have drifted so much away from the boys, and it's just the show became unrecognizable from like season 1, which is my favorite season. Season 1 to 5 are my favorite, but especially season 1. Full focus on the boys make the show. The show doesn't have any weight in it, except when the boys have also focus on it, that's my opinion. It just seems so distracted in recent seasons. A lot of side drama with Castile, with Jack, with Mary, with Lucifer, with Nick, with all these other characters that honestly I don't care about at least as much as the boys. So yeah, bring 100% focus on the boys in the final season. If you're not gonna do it in the final season, when are you gonna do it? Come on. I hope Kripke comes back in the final season and runs the final season, because he's the best. Creator Eric Kripke. They have not announced anything about that yet, but I hope this happens. Eric Kripke comes back and wraps up the series in the final season. The boys actually talked about that in they talked about that in articles I've read that they would love for Kripke to come back and tie the show with a bow at the end. That would be awesome. That would be a dream come true. I hope this happens, guys. I hope it definitely happens. All right, let's get back to other questions. Let's see. John Ray says Crowley. Yeah, I already answered this question, John. I think he's gonna come back. No, because Mark Shepard has issues behind the scenes with like producers and writers and stuff. So yeah, very unlikely unless they make up behind the scenes, fix their problems, and then maybe he comes back. All right, let's see. What other questions? A lot of people are asking about the whole Crowley thing. Will he come back? I already talked about this in details. I don't think he will come back. Again, unless something drastic happens. You rock. There is one God, darkness, but does each world has 4 archangels, death, and that, and he tosses them away too, as Michael said. Then why did he use archangels from this world to defeat Amara? I think every world has their own archangels at least. I don't know about death because Michael too said he bound death in their world. So does this mean that our death is existing in all worlds at once, or is he referring to their own death version in their world, in their own universe? It seemed like there was a separate death from the way he worded it. Wasn't really clear, but I have a theory that it's just one death, and somehow Michael, they can bind death over there, and somehow can we see a manifestation of the same death here, unbound? That sounds too far-fetched, so I'm gonna go with different death. Why did God use our archangels to defeat Amara? It's a good question. I think because originally he used our archangels to defeat Amara, and he prefers our boys, our universe, so he just wants to use our version of archangels, I guess. It's the only explanation I can think of. He likes our show, Supernatural, and our universe. That's why he used our archangels. Weird Winchester, what do you think about Gabriel, dead or coming back? Oh my god, oh my Chuck. Gabriel seems to never die, so will he come back? Yeah, easily. Very likely that he will come back. But the issue is, if he at least fake died, he fake died in Apocalypse World, so how will he hop back to our world? That's kind of weird, unless he slipped somehow and through the gate and came back to our world and has been hiding. But this would be recycling the plot of Gabriel being a coward and hiding. I really don't want to see that recycled, so I hope there's a better way to bring him back. Do I think he will come back? Oh, easy. Gabriel is the easiest character to come back because he's a trickster and he always fakes his death. I think he did it like 2 or 3 times already by now, so yeah. I think he will come back in the final season. Very likely that he will come back. Who's your favorite out of the main 4? Sam, Dean, Cass, and Jack. So same answer I gave earlier about my favorite character. Dean is my favorite. I think Dean is awesome, very funny. I like the way he doesn't like to show his emotions, like as far as when he's sad or whatever, or upset. Kind of bottles it up and just doesn't want to bother people around him, especially his loved ones, especially Sam and his family. I'm kind of like that personally, so I can relate to that. So that's one big reason I prefer Dean. And obviously his humor and stuff, and he likes pie, he loves baby. I love baby, you know. I like vegan pie, so I would go with Dean, definitely. I like desserts as long as they're vegan. Wayward, can I give you a trivia question? Unique One asks, sure. Not sure if I'm gonna be good at answering that because I haven't rewatched the series in a long time, but you could try me. You could try me, definitely. Rachel Rodriguez asks, hi, so Crowley still does a promo for season 15? Because I saw a new season 15 finale shirt and he was on there with the boys and cast. Well, I don't know what you mean by him doing the promo for season 15 because there's no season 15 yet, promos or filming or anything. The shirts for season 15, I mean, where did you see the shirts? If they're not official, then doesn't mean anything. People just put whatever they want on shirts. So, yeah, I don't think there's any news yet or anything. If you see an article about Mark Shepard wanting to come back or him making up behind the scenes with, producers or whatever, and they're talking about him coming back, I would like to read that. But otherwise, shirts or promos, nothing like that is legit right now. Um, Kristen says, "Will season 16 happen?" Someone else asks. Mr. Caho says that too. Unfortunately, not. The guys already made up their mind. Unless a miracle happens to change their mind, I don't think it will happen. They already made up their mind, and season 15 will be the last. Unless in the future they change their mind. I hope so, but for now, it's done, guys, unfortunately. Season 15 is the final season, the end of an era, and all those sad cliches you hear. Yeah, no season 16 as far as we know. Jean Ray says, "Do you think Jensen, Jared, and Misha changed their minds about season 16? Will they change their minds? I definitely hope so, man. How can I not, right? But I don't think they will, because they seemed, they made up their mind. I'm sure this decision, it took a while to come to it, which is kind of weird because they hinted at the finale of season 14 with a song in Comic Con trailer. Some people pointed that out. God is not on your side. They already played that back in the summer, all the way back in Comic Con trailer, which makes you think they had an end game, pun intended, in sight, which means they kind of knew that season 15 would be the last. That's why they made God to be a villain. They planned it ahead, all the way back during Comic Con trailer by playing that song about God not being on your side. Which makes me think that they knew about it for a long time, but they only announced it to us before season 14 finale. Kind of disappointed we didn't get an earlier heads up, but they said a season before we're gonna get a heads up, and we got it anyway. They just kind of told us a little late in the season. But I believe they did know all the way back in the last summer of last year during Comic Con when they played that God song that Supernatural is ending season 15. I might make a separate video about that because it's a very interesting point, but that's what I think. Yeah, no problem, Rachel. Let's see. Read the rest of the chat. Kristen says, "Will Amara come back?" I think it's very, very highly likely, Kristen, that Amara will come back in the final season because the stakes are all the way up there now, high. God, you can go bigger than God, so Amara is very likely to come back to help discipline her brother who's going rogue, because we know she's almost equal to him, if not more powerful from what we see at the end of season 11. She kind of almost killed God single-handedly without any help. Imagine if she gets help by everyone else, the boys, the witches, demons, angels, archangels, death, the empty, Jack, all of them versus God. I think God will go. Goodbye, God. You'll be defeated if Amara joins the fight, and I think she will, definitely. To answer your question, yes. Emily Swall is really nice too. I met her in the recent convention in Jacksonville. She's very sweet, very nice person in person too. So the darkness is cool on the show. Turned out to be nice at the end, and the actress who plays her is really cool too in person. One of the nicest ones I've actually met among all the actors from Supernatural. Really liked meeting her. Very nice person. Let's see what other questions. Do you think Michael will come back from the cage to talk to God? Because if you kill him, the world will end. I think you mean the world will end. Well, God claims that the world would end if they kill him, but we never know if he's lying because he's been lying all along, so you never know. Will our Michael come back? Yeah, very likely because the final season and everything goes in the final season. We're gonna have like a fan service bus tour in the final season, I think. Kind of like what I saw in Avengers Endgame. No spoilers, don't worry. Just saying, a lot of fan service in Avengers Endgame. And I think Supernatural will give us a similar fan service like Joyride, bus tour, whatever I want to call it, in the final season. So yeah, very likely Michael will come back. Let's see what other messages, questions we have going on here. I think missing their young families probably came to a head. I'm glad they have more time with them at this very important time in their lives. Even though you are a huge Supernatural fan, Janine, I don't know how to say that properly apparently. But yeah, I'm sure the family thing kicks in, but they didn't say that in the reason. I take what the actors give me. I don't like to speculate, like a lot of fans saying, "Oh, of course it's their family. I mean, they gave us a lot. They have to go with their family now." But they're doing a job, guys. It's not like charity work making the show. So a lot of people made that point that obviously it's their job to make the show, and they choose to leave it or keep doing it, they get paid for it. So it's not like they're doing it for free or anything. So was their family, the point was their family kick in and they want to spend more time for their family? Sure, but I'll take their word for it. They said that they're ending it now. They painted a finish line by next season because they don't want to see the show fizzle out. They want to end on a high note. So I'll take J2's word for it. I'm not gonna speculate and say it's because they're family, it's because they're tired, it's because they're old, it's because whatever. I don't like to do that. I don't even like to see those comments speculating the reason why the show is really ending on behalf of the boys. I hate assumptions. I'm not gonna make them. So I'll take the boys' word for it. It's not about that. It's not about the family. It's about what they said. Just do you want to end on a high note? As simple as that. Do I agree with that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because they're the ones who make the show and they see it from the inside and they see the storylines, what they see as the best way to end it. So my opinion can go on for much longer. I'm still enjoying it. Very strong. The ending of season 14 was epic and actually made me even more invested in the show going on longer because the direction is going season 1 vibes, the darkness of season 1, and the monsters, not the whole heaven and hell BS I'm really been sick of in final few seasons, in the last several seasons actually, since season 8. I think the direction is going on towards the final season. If it wasn't the final season, I would have loved to seen freaking 20 more seasons in that direction of the darkness and monsters and the ghosts and all of that. Man, that ending wanted me to see even more of the show. Not to have the final season be this cool. I want all the seasons to be this cool. I wish it lasted at least till season 20. Was that direction that they're going towards that final season? But understand that guys know it best. I mean, I don't know if we know it more than them as fans, the dedicated fans, but they're the ones who make the show. Their words are final, so we just have to go with it. That's what J2 wants. What's your favorite ship on the show? I would say, let me think. Dean and Lisa. Is that a chip? I think so. Because shipping could be any characters you want on the show. This is an official chip on the show. Dean and Lisa, because Dean seemed really happy with Lisa and Ben. Especially at the end of season 5 when Sam goes to the cage and Dean goes for a year living with Lisa and Ben. Who's very happy with them. He felt out of place because he's a hunter still. But you can tell he's really happy and they loved having him and Dean was genuinely happy. So Dean and Lisa, that's my answer. Alright, how long have I been streaming? 44 minutes, so I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, maybe end this at an hour mark, guys. So whatever questions you have now, you can ask me. And yeah, we have like 15 minutes left in the live stream. But it's been really great so far. So yeah, we'll keep going for a little bit more till the hour mark. And yeah, no problem, Izzy. And then we end it at the hour mark. Alright, Joseph asks, Wayward Winchester, I'm a fan of yours. Hope you answer this question. What is the question, Joseph? You're a fan of me. That's a great question. I appreciate it, man. I think the answer is yes, based on that statement. It's not a question, really. Alright, that's your question. Another one here. Is there a chance that Sam and Dean will hunt Constance Welch again? But this time with Cass? Oh, you're talking about Lady in White. See, I remember that, because her name is very distinct. I hope they do. That'll be really cool, right? To hunt Lady in White again from the pilot, because she was a really cool monster ghost in the pilot episode. Literally one of my favorite episodes, the pilot. So, with the help of Cass, I hope not. I hope they just kill her again, just the same way by themselves, like they did in season 1, because this is more closely resembles season 1. I don't want that to be altered in any way, but with anyone else helping them. I hope they just hunt her again on their own. That'd be really cool. Especially with like throwbacks to that first episode, maybe the same lines they used in the first episode. That'd be really cool. Someone asks, do you ship anything in the show like the still or something? No, nothing except like the official ones like Lisa and Ben and stuff like that. Whatever the writers actually give us, that's the only thing I ship. But really, I'm not into the whole shipping thing at all. So Lisa and Ben is my favorite kind of like relationship on the show, I would say. But I was happy that Sam came back and Dean left that to go back to hunting because it was a really boring normal life. He didn't even like doing that. So I'm happy for Dean to come back. What does your shirt says? It says driver picks some music, shotgun shots his cake hole. The famous line from the show. I love this shirt. I actually have a lot of other Supernatural shirts, but this is my favorite so far. So I'll wear the other ones in other videos, but I mean I'm gonna stick to this one for now. Jonathan asks, my question to you, Wayward, is what's your favorite songs you've heard so far in Supernatural? That's a very easy one, man. I would say two. Carry On with My Wayward Son, number one, obviously, the most epic song in existence, not just in Supernatural, but anywhere. And what's the other one? Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, that played in season 12 beginning and wrote so far, and in a Comic Con trailer in season 12, in the Comic Con in the summer before season 12. Nothing Else Matters, beautiful, beautiful songs, and I love how Supernatural introduces us to a lot of cool songs, classic songs, because normally I'm not a big music person, but I kind of get my music knowledge from Supernatural, and all my favorite songs, like American songs anyway, are from Supernatural pretty much. So that's your answer, Jonathan. That Carry On My Wayward Son, Carry On My Wayward Son, Nothing Else Matters. From what I remember, those are the top two anyway. There's a lot of others, but I love the one at the end of season 14. God Was Never on Your Side. Perfect match to obviously the stories he gave us of God turning evil, whatever. I also love this song. Remember, guys, when the boys were being hunted by that agent, the FBI Agent Erickson or whatever, forgot his name from early season 3, and they escape from the FBI, and they go in the car, and this song is playing in the background, and the boys are like, we're screwed. I forgot the name of the song, but beautiful song. Perfect song for the moment, again. If some of you know what I'm talking about, type the name of the song in the comments. Love that song. Yeah, no problem, Jonathan. Windstar, hi. She's actually my friend. I miss talking to you. Long time. Dude, you need to listen to Dust in the Wind by Kansas. I will look that up. Haven't heard of it because, again, my music knowledge is really whatever on Supernatural, and I don't remember most of it because, I'm not good with song names, but I'll look that up. Boys become God and Death. Janine says, no, the boys will not become God and Death. I don't think it's even possible unless Death gives them the ring or something, and the God will not make them God. So no way it's gonna happen. Me the movie lover says bye. Me the movie lover. I think you said good night. You're going to sleep. Good night. I'm ending the stream soon in like 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna say good night to everyone soon. I know it started. I'm sorry, the stream started a bit late, guys. I want to start much earlier, but I was trying to figure it out. A lot of technical issues. My first stream, so don't worry. Next time I'm gonna make it earlier, so a lot more of you would watch it live. And I believe it will be re-uploaded by YouTube shortly after I end the stream. So whoever misses the stream can rewatch it later. But I really enjoyed it so far. It's awesome. Eye of the Tiger was Dean singing it. Definitely one of my favorite songs. It's a good, definitely a great choice. Yeah, definitely. Especially Dean Jensen singing it. Awesome, definitely. Jensen does everything. He's awesome, right? He's capable of everything. Hey, Wayward, I guess you missed the question. What was Jody Mills' son's name? Oh man, that's a trivia question I'm gonna fail at. What was Jody's son's name? That's a tough one, man. Sorry, I don't remember. I have to. Is it? It's not Billy. No, Billy is very generic. It's a death name, Billy. No, it's not Billy. I don't remember. Sorry, I don't remember the name of Jody's son. Death son. Why did Lucifer kill Gabrielle? Season 5? Well, because Gabrielle stood up to him, and he's standing in the way of him catching Sam and having him forcibly get possessed by him. So that's why he killed him. Not because he hates him, but it's because he stood in his way. Lucifer did not hate Gabriel. He loves him. They both love each other. They're brothers, but he kind of had to remove him as a block in his way. I think that's the only reason he killed him, and he was crying while killing him. He got very emotional. Oh, and His name was Owen. All right, thanks, guys. Jody's son's name was Owen. There you go. I remember now. Um, there you go. It's a really odd name. It's more like a British name, not American name. So honestly, yeah, I wouldn't have remembered that. So yeah, you got that name, guys. Question: If you think if Sam and Dean say yes to Michael and Lucifer, and they have Jack and Cass, you think they would have a shot in season 15? Yeah, I think it's very likely if they have a deal with Michael and Lucifer, a real deal this time that the archangels don't break. It's very likely that this could happen to power the boys up, with the boys being in control, kind of like Dean was in end of season 13. He was fully aware and control of his body with the powers of Michael. I do not think the boys will do it though, because they had a very bad experiences with Michael too. They want to repeat that. They're never gonna trust him again, Lucifer or Michael 1 or Michael 2. I don't think they're gonna need that. They're not gonna need that. They will just get the help of like Death, original Death. Hopefully comes back and he just reaps God like he said he would in the early season. So I don't think he's gonna need to do that. Janine says Jared sings and plays also. Sad that the fans use how they had to sing off key. Sentence is not exactly put well, but I'm trying to understand it. Fans had to use to sing off key for the show, but then fan thinks Jared cannot sing. Very sad. I don't know who says Jared can't sing, but you know, Jensen's the one who usually sings. So yeah, I don't know who says Jared can't sing. Never really heard that before, so I don't have an opinion about that. They need to bring Metatron back so you could have a better chance to fight Chuck. Josh Janisha, very strange name. Sorry, can't pronounce it right. I hope they don't bring Metatron back. I know he has a lot of knowledge about God, but I really don't like Metatron. He kind of redeemed himself at the end, but I find him really annoying, so I don't want him to bring him back. Please no. Wayward, my question. What is your question, Gerardo? Because I'm getting tons of questions, so sorry if I miss a lot of your questions, because there's a lot of questions going on, so I don't see all of them. Alright, when was your favorite... What was your favorite Sam hairdo? Oh, season 1. It's just classic, right? The whole short haircut. Was kind of funny for him, and yeah, season 1. Everything season 1 is my favorite. Just my short answer for you. In season 6, there was an episode, and it was all behind the scenes of what they did, and what was it called, Leo? Oh, French Mistake. Yeah, one of my favorites. Great episode. I think that's the one you're referring to. Yep, French Mistake, when it was like the boys went to alternate universe, and there's real life actors Jensen and Jared, the boys playing Jensen and Jared, trying to act and all of that. A classic episode, one of my favorites. Emily asks, what was your favorite season? It's always gonna be season 1, Emily, because it's the season that started it all. The darkest season to date, in my opinion, was all literally dark as far as the lighting goes, and the themes, the death of Mary, the boys hunting actual scary monsters, season 1. I've never seen a season come close to season 1 for me as far as like the darkness, and it's just so cool. The comedy, the darkness, the drama, everything was perfect. Full focus on the boys. Definitely love that. Season 1 will always be my favorite. Can you tell what season it is based on Sam's hair and sideburns? Bethany? Yeah, kind of easy. Gets a little bit more difficult in the recent seasons, I think, but especially in the early seasons, at least till season 7 or 8, I can tell probably. If you did a test, showed me pictures, I could probably tell you what season based on Sam's hair. If you were in the supernatural universe, what would be your go-to weapon? It's a great question. The Nugget 187. If I was in supernatural universe, what would be my go-to weapon? Let me think. A powerful weapon that is really cool, but not too overpowered. Oh man, a gun with silver bullets is really cool because it's not like overpowered. At the same time, it can kill werewolves. It can kill normal monsters. Not all of them, just some. Ghosts cannot be killed by it, obviously. Ghosts are repelled by salt and iron, so that's not gonna do anything with the silver bullets. But I just like how convenient and cool it is. A gun with silver bullets can kill werewolves, can kill just zombies by shooting them in the head, I think. Because zombies have to be staked in the heart, but if you blow their head off, I think they just die. They showed them on a few occasions, I think. So, a gun was a silver bullet. So the stream kind of froze for a little bit. Does it look good for you guys? Can you see me? It really froze for a while now. I don't know if it's freezing for you, but it looked like freezing for me. How many times have you rewatched the show? A lot of times, guys. I rewatched it like 7 times so far, especially early season 1 to 7. I kind of don't rewatch much from season 8 and beyond because I don't like them much. Season 1 to 7, I'm gonna rewatch them forever, pretty much. At least 7 or 8 times so far. Okay, I see that they're saying it's still freezing. Is it still freezing now? It's fine. I think it's okay now. Can you confirm in the comments, guys? You see me well? No freezing anymore? Let's see what you say in the chat. Okay, it's fine now. Awesome. Lucifer coming back from the empty to fight God? I hope so, Jane, because they teased Lucifer the whole season 14 and they did not get him back at the end, so that sucks. So I hope they bring him back in season 14 because I want to have everyone against God in that final season, especially Michael and Lucifer. Especially Lucifer has been having issues with God throughout the whole series, God treating him bad. And it turns out God is bad to everyone, not just to his own sons, even to humans, evidently. God is basically Xanos of Supernatural Universe. He seems even worse than Xanos, actually. Xanos at least have some valid logic and moral philosophy going on. He wants to lessen suffering by lessening the population. You can actually understand where he's coming from a little bit. Not that I agree with him, but he has some philosophy you can actually, understand. He's not pure evil, but God, I wouldn't say God's pure evil either on the show, but he just seems like really like a big douchebag. Like he's just a hack writer who wants his stories to come true. If it doesn't come true, he gets pissed off and he wants to kill off his characters. Very childish. So I think Xanos is even cooler and even more moral than God. So that's to answer your question about God. Hi there, do you think Jack will work with Cosmic Entity and Billy and the boys to kill God, or do you think Amara will come to put him in check? Mike, I think all of that will happen, all of the above. I talked about this earlier. Billy and Empty are gonna make a deal with Jack, and they're gonna bring him back to life, bring his soul back, because death can bring souls back, as we've seen. Hi, Vanessa Rodriguez, not Rodriguez, kind of interesting last name. But Vanessa is one of the most active fans of my channel. Really lovely fan, very supportive. Thanks so much, Vanessa. Love your comments always. And good to see you on here. The live stream is actually almost ending. We're almost 1 hour mark, 59 minutes now. But I'm planning to do more of these. I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. Really enjoyed it. And loved all your questions. I hope I answered as many as I could at least. In the chat. I see the questions are still coming, but we're almost done, guys. We answer 1 or 2 more questions, then we're gonna end the stream there. So let's do that. All right. John asks, the empty says that God can't control the emptiness and what happens to angels after their death, but how did God resurrect Cass in the previous seasons? Great questions, John. The empty said God doesn't have power in the empty. How did he do it? I actually had a video about that. I don't know if I deleted it or not, but they asked, I think, Misha Collins that question, or Rob Benedict. How did it happen? I forgot the answer. Vanessa says it's Rodriguez actually, but she never changed her name. Yeah, I didn't think it was Rodriguez. It seems like a typo or something. It's really funny. But to answer that question, how did God do it? It's a big mystery. I think the guys answered it jokingly in a convention. They did not give a serious answer, so I don't think they even know, to be honest. How did God really bring Cass back in season 5, the first time he brought him back, when he does not have power in the empty? Unless the writers and showrunners kind of like retcons that, because they do that all the time. So at the time, there was no empty. They didn't write that there was an empty, so they just had God do whatever he wants. Or you can explain it if you really want to give them a break. God rebuilt Castiel from 0 atoms, so it was kind of like a new Cass. not really brought him back from the empty. So that's one explanation for it. So if you really want to give the writers and showrunners a break, you can say that he rebuilt Cass from nothing. Not from, he didn't bring him back from empty, but he rebuilt him from zero atoms, and just made him whole again, a new Cass, if you will. So that's, I think, it's a kind of decent explanation to how he brought him back while bypassing the empty. So does this mean there are other Casses in the empty dead? That'd be an interesting point. Yeah, it's possible, I think, but I think what really happened is just retcon. Writers just not being consistent. That's your answer. That's your real answer, really. Alright guys, we've been an hour and 1 minute now. We're officially over the hour mark, so I think I'm gonna end the stream there. It's been really awesome, really enjoyed it. Took me forever to set this thing up. I had a lot of technical issues. And but yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, for all your questions. And special thanks to all the awesome people in the super chat who donated. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate your support. Appreciate everyone's support throughout this difficult time I had in the past period. I love all of you. You've been awesome. Overwhelmed by all your kind words and posts. Love you all. And I'll definitely be doing a lot of live streams in the future. Let me know in the comments here or in the comments when the live stream when it gets re-uploaded. If you enjoyed it, if you want to see more ideas for next videos, I might do live. I'm definitely planning a lot of cool videos I can do live, like kind of reviews and stuff like that. So, oh my god, another super chat before I end the stream by Vanessa. Wow, that's so nice of you, Vanessa. Vanessa Rodriguez donated $4.99. She didn't say anything. Vanessa, you can actually leave a message next time when you donate. Your message would kind of stick at the top of the chat, and everyone can see it for a while. And kind of gets highlighted for me so I can easily see your messages when you do super chat. Thanks so much, Vanessa. You're really sweet. Appreciate it. Your support is always appreciated. Appreciate your super chat donation, and everyone else who donated. And again, everyone who showed me support over the last period, like I said, whatever's been happening, you know, issues with YouTube and all of that. Thanks so much, guys. I really love all of you. And yeah, so this stream will be re-uploaded by YouTube for all of you to see. Everyone who missed it will be able to see a recording of it soon, kind of like re-upload on my channel. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Love all of you. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone who donated through super chat. I appreciate all of you guys' support, and I'll be doing much more. So yeah, have a good night, guys. Let's see how we end this thing, in this live stream thing. All right.